All right, buddy. So why are we here?
We are the Adequate Wargamers, and we are here for a game. We have Dark Eldar versus Necrons.
So that's a good old matchup. I'm not going to get upset over this game. I guarantee it. I promise.
Well, I got no Reavers this time, so...
Well, even if you did, the Reavers aren't as bad as they were. Which, by the way, you want to do the honor, Steven, of showing them what you're using? No, you don't want...
Why are we over here?
Hoo-yah!
Oh, well, that...
The new Dark Eldar Codex.
I was like, I'm not fielding Reavers today.
I know.
Alright.
Alright, so we're doing an 1850 point game. We're using the Eternal War. That was actually his idea, not mine. I was actually okay with Maelstrom of War, but I'm okay with this too. So we have an 1850 point list. What do you have, good sir?
Alright, I'm using 2 Combined Arms detachments. I can actually get you cubed because I have 2 Archons with a blaster and Webway Portal. Sorry, 2 of them. And a Homunculus with Webway Portal. Those are my HQs. Don't give me that.
I want...
2 sets of 5 Cavalite Trueborn with 4 blasters in a Raider with Night Shields. Their Raiders do not have Dark Lances over there.
Oh, over here. Oh, these don't have Dark Lances.
Nope, they have Disintegrator Cannons.
Woo! Okay.
You know, there's a bunch of blasters inside.
I don't think I've ever seen you.
Nope. Never. But, you know, before they were the same price. Now I'm going, I've also never had, you know, Trueborn with blasters inside of a Raider. Now I do, so then they open up vehicle, and then the Raider can shoot.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jink.
Makes sense.
Mostly Jink. There's 2 of that, and then I'm trying out something that someone here has tried, or has done a lot, and I'm kind of curious to see if I can do any good with it. 5 Trueborns with 2 Dark Lances inside of a Venom with an extra Splinter Cannon.
Oh, that's right there.
So
look at these guys over here.
No, those would be 5 Cavalite Warriors with a blaster in a Venom with Splinter Cannon, 2 sets of them.
Okay.
As well as 10 Cavalite Warriors with a Sybarite that has a Haywire Grenade in a Raider with Dark Lance, Splinter Axe, and Night Shields.
Okay. Does everything have Night Shields, pretty much?
Everything that can.
Oh, okay.
Which is, yeah, the 4 Raiders, Ravager, and that.
So these things don't have Night Shields?
They can't take Night Shields.
Ooh, okay.
They have their Flicker Fields, which is alright, but...
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Then in the fast attack, 5 Scourges with 4 Haywire Blasters, because we're good now.
Because they're all the talk, man.
I mean, pretty much. Razorwing Jet Fighter with Dark Lances and Night Shields. Didn't have the points to actually take the Splinter Cannon. So it was either the Dark Lances or the Splinter Cannon. I'm like, I might need some actual.
You know, you're fighting me, so you need as many Dark Lances as possible.
Specifically a Dark Lance in the air.
Well, that too.
And a Ravager with 3 Dark Lances and Night Shields.
Hoo-yah. Good old Ravager.
Yep.
And is that it?
Unless I'm mistaken, yes.
Okay, that is 1,850 points of the new Dark Eldar.
Yep.
Alright, it's been a while since I used my good old Necrons on camera. I think Azaria was actually the last one to use them, and that was forever ago. So I even, went through the trouble making them look pretty for you guys. But so far, I have my Overlord, that is the generic Overlord that I always have them. War Scythe, 2-up, 3-up, Resorb, Mind Shackle Scarabs, the whole deal. And then I have my Royal Court members. I have a Harbinger of Destruction, and all he has is the Strength 8 AP2 36-inch gun. I have a Harbinger of Transmogrification. He has the Seismic Crucible, the Tremor Staff, and the Harp of Dissonance. Do you know what those do?
No.
The Seismic Crucible, during your assault phase, I can nominate one of your units and roll a d3. I subtract that from their charge distance during that turn.
Okay.
And then the Harp of Dissonance is the infinite range entropic strike thing, and then the Tremor Staff is a small blast, but if it hits you, then you treat the ground as difficult terrain.
Okay.
So, and then I have a Lord. That's a good 120 points, I think it came out to be. He has 2-up, 3-up, Resorb, Mind Shackle Scarabs. He has a Gauntlet of Fire, and then he is going to be with a squad of 10 Death Marks in a Night Scythe. And then this guy's with my Tesla Immortals and a Night Scythe, and then I got some Warriors and a Ghost Arc. I got my good old Spider with his twin-linked heavy Gauss cannon, 2 Annihilation Barges, and then a Doom Scythe. And that is 1,850 points of Necrons. Alright, so here is the deployment. We are playing the Scouring, so fast attack are worth extra victory points. And we have an objective worth 1 point, worth 2 points, 2 points, 3 points, 3 points, and 4 points. And we got Dawn of War deployment, obviously. I'm deployed on this side. There's everything in my transports or in reserves. You have the 2 Raiders with the dudes with blasters deep striking with the webway portals, and then you also have your Homunculus with them, who are deep striking with a webway portal.
And then the plane is doing plane stuff.
Yeah, and then everything of yours is in that little corner right over there. Now, your Warlord trait is that you can reroll reserve rolls, and you have +1 to your CZ initiative roll. Mine was I have Stealth Ruins and Move Through Cover Ruins on everything, which is awesome. So I really don't care who goes first, but I'm going to say I go first, just so you have a chance to roll the Cs. I figured I'd let you get the use out of it, unless you would rather not Cs.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, he's being a sport and letting me go first.
Yes,
So,
sport. Well, it depends. Are you saying? I think there might have been translation. Not being a sport, I'm playing a sport.
Playing a sport, yes, because you are stupid Dark Eldar. Alright, so do we want to use mysterious objectives?
Why not?
Alright, so my Triarch Stalker's holding that number 2. Which one is this? Yeah, it explodes.
Yes!
Not that it really matters, because it can't hurt it, but...
Still annoying.
And then this one right here is 2, so absolutely nothing. Awesome.
Nothing.
So let's go on to my turn. Alright, so I think my Overlord is going to move all the way up here, behind that cover, because I need to keep him alive to be able to kill stuff.
You don't need him.
And then, this Annihilation Barge is actually going to move up 12 inches as well. Gonna join his little buddy. And then, where do I want to put the Ghost Arc? I don't even know. You know, he's just gonna move 12 all the way over here. Keep that object. Alright, so yeah, he's not gonna shoot, he's just gonna move up a full 12 right there. No, he's gonna stay right here. Gotta keep that ruin save. Let's move the Triarch Stalker up a little bit. He already has moved through cover. 4 inches. So, crap. Why you gotta be so... Okay, he moved up a little bit. That's about it. So let's go on to the shooting phase. This guy is gonna turbo boost right in there. And then this is gonna turbo boost right over here. And then, what is that objective? Please be something good. I don't know what that one is. Alright, sweet. So this one is actually +1 to cover saves. So he currently has a 2 up while he's in the ruin, or so to speak. And then, yeah. So, and or obscured, yes, I know. Alright, so he is gonna shoot his heavy Gauss cannon into... You know what? Let me double check the range here.
I think the Venom's fine.
Yeah, the Venom is fine, but I'm going to target the Ravager. I'm going to shoot. Are you going to Jink?
No.
Nope. Okie dokie. Hitting on a 3. Glancing on a 2. That's a pin.
Yes, it is.
So that is a 5 up plus stealth.
Yes.
That's what I was getting to. So you have a 4 up cover.
Yeah, I do.
And you fail. So I get +2 to this roll right here. So it stunned, so it can't move and snap fires next turn anyway. Okay. Alright, so I do believe that is the end of my turn because there's not really much I can do. They turbo boosted, he stands still. He shot and actually prevented that Ravager from doing some damage next turn, so it's not bad. And then, yeah, there's this thing. But let's go on the Dark Eldar, turn 1. What's he doing right there? Poking his nose in that little sand dune thing. Oh, moving out of that corner. Alright, what is that objective right there? That is...
You can never remember.
Oh, reroll 1s when shooting.
Oh.
That's not bad. shuffling back there a little bit. Alright, that's it for the movement. Kind of just spread out a little bit there. So, what's going to be shooting first? Yeah, you got this guy right there. Not quite.
Yeah, why not? The arc lances, they'll be snapfire.
To the Triarch Stalker? Alright, so nothing hit.
Well...
So Ravager is shooting into what? This guy? Okay, I will be declaring a Jink. Oh wait, I don't have to. Never mind.
I jerk. I'm like.
No, actually, I legitimately forgot. I'm not. Okay.
Alright, you got a hit, because.
Well, doesn't it 3 shots?
The other gun's over here, bro.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I will take it on the barge itself, because it has a 2+ cover, so. That's nothing. So that Raider right there, going into the A barge?
Yep.
Okay. Hitting on a 3, that is not it.
No.
So Dark Lance there into my spider thing. And that misses. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. That is the end of Dark Eldar turn 1. Shot some stuff, missed some stuff, pinged off of that. So yeah, gonna go on to Necrons turn 2. Do my Immortals come in? They do. Do my Death Marks come in? They do not. Does my Doom Scythe come in? It does. Right, so there's my Doom Scythe coming in right there, and there's the Night Scythe following suit, just coming on the side of the board. So now what do I want to do the rest of my movement? I don't know. Alright, so into my movement phase, this guy turned around to face this way, because I just remembered he has some deep striking, non-scattering Dark Lances.
Blasters.
Blasters. Whatever. I need to keep my butt into the ruins. So this guy went into this ruin. This guy's gonna stay right here. I think I like him right there. He moved up a little bit, keeping his butt to the ruin, moved to full 12. This guy moved to full 12, also butt to the ruin. So yeah, let's do some shooting now. So this Night Scythe is gonna be firing into that Venom. Would you like to Jink?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
So 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Holy crap. And twin linked.
So how many hits is that, Andrew?
It's 12 out of 4 hits.
12 out of 4 hits.
It's
12 out of 4 hits.
It likes the nice basing job I did for it. It's very proud. Wants to show off for its daddy in battle. What? What were you saying?
Nothing.
Okay. Alright, so strength 7, I need 3s to glance you. Alright, so that is 1 glance and 6 pins. Yes, actually, that's all. So,
Glance.
Is that a 4+ cover?
Yeah.
Okay, so then pins. So 4 go through. +1 to the roll. Does it explode? It does. So how many guys are in there? 5. Strength 4, we're running on 3s. Only 2. Now, don't you technically have the 6-up Feel No Pain now?
That's what I was looking up.
Yeah, because I think it should be on overall game turn. I did 2 wounds, so you get your 2 5-ups and then 6-ups.
Okay.
So 1 guy dies. Is it random in there?
Blaster.
There's a blaster. So on a 1, it's a blaster. On a 6, a reroll. No blaster. Pinning check on those guys left.
They're pinned.
You don't have Grizzly trophies?
Nope.
Okay, so they are pinned.
They get a little more expensive, so I haven't worked out if fitting it in yet.
Fair enough. This is your first game, so still learning some of that new stuff. Alright, this thing moved to full 12, so it's going to snap fire everything into that Venom. Would you like to Jink?
No.
No? Okay. So 4 shots, hitting on 6s, twin linked. Alright, so that's 3 hits total. And glancing on 3s. 3 pins. 5-up flicker field. So they all go through, so does it explode? It does explode. Alright, are there 5 guys in there too? Okay. Moving on 3s. That's 5. Don't give me that look. Hey, I don't like that look, alright? I feel like I should just hold on to my kneecaps. There you go, 2, and then 6 up. Alright, so only 2 die. On a 1, there's 1 blaster in there, right?
Yep.
Alright, so on a 1, it's a blaster. Nope, just 2 regular guys. Alright, so he's done shooting. He did not move, and he can only wound the 1 guy in the front there. So he's going to shoot his Gauss cannon, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s because of strength 5. So it's 2 AP3 wounds. And they were not pinned, by the way. We didn't roll that on camera, but they are.
Where's the gun?
Right here. It's underneath. Oh, you know what? That gun can't. You're right. You can't even see.
Well, it potentially could, but because I can see the tip of the gun.
Oh.
But it's I'm trying to figure out if.
Oh well, you at least get a 5 up from the hill. So.
All right, I'm okay with that.
Okay. No, you still get your feel no pain. It's only strength 5.
All right.
There you go. See that new power from pain? They didn't even do anything, and they have feel no pain now. Doesn't that feel good?
I mean, kinda, but it's also bittersweet of, man, you get those feel no pains against your vehicle explosions. Oh yeah, after having not done anything. So, yes, yeah. And we'll get there. Keep going.
This moved 12, and it is going to be firing into those guys right there. Actually, you know what? Let me check some range. Take that back. This is going to snap fire into that raider over there.
Okay.
Alright, you are jinking? Okay.
Yeah.
So, hitting on 6s. Oh, jeez. Unlinked. Okay, so that's 6 out of 2 hits.
No, it's 6 out of 4 still while snap firing.
While snap firing. I can see why people want this to be nerfed.
I mean, it kind of makes me go, why do I take a Ravager? It's like, that becomes useless if it doesn't get that. I'm like, that's cool, but when it has it, you got more hits than I could possibly get on 2 Ravagers, or you get more hits than I could averagely get on 2 Ravagers, moving faster than me.
Well, if the rumor is true and the new codex is coming out soon, it's probably not going to stay that way for long. But, no!
And that's yeah.
Alright, so I need 3s to glance. Well, okay then. 2 glances and a pin.
Pin. And 2 glances.
1 goes through.
Yep.
Oh, does it arc to the guys right next to it? Does not. Does it arc to the Ravager? Does not. Does it arc to the Flyer? Does not. I do have a Gauss cannon on the bottom that will be snap firing into the Raider as well. Nothing. Alright, so the Doom Scythe's Death Ray is going to be right here, as far as on the vehicle. So then it goes 3d6 inches, which is... What's up?
Sorry. Nothing.
Oh. So it goes 9 inches. So yeah, it's just going to go like that and hit both of those. So it's 1 against the Raider and 1 against the Ravager. And because of bad wording, technically he can't jink.
Are you going it's not bad wording? Because, you know, as with anything, people point out, well, it makes sense. You know, you target one guy with jink now, you have to actively go, oh, they're shooting at me. With this, it's, where did that come from? So it's not necessarily bad wording, it's simply the wording.
Okay, I guess. I still feel bad, but the rate...
Because you already targeted that, so that one at least got the jink.
I can't target it. I target a point.
No, that's...
Oh, no, so you're right.
Jink.
Okay, you're right.
Unfortunately, he's too tall, so he's not in the way of that one.
Okay, well, it instantly pins the Raider. What does it do to the Ravager? It also pins. So
Raider... Nope.
Fails.
And Ravager has stealth. Nope.
Not quite. Alright, so what happens to the Raider? I add 3 to this roll, because AP1, that's just enough to explode.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens to the Ravager? Also explodes. Alright, so 10 guys are within the Raider, so wounding on 3s. Whoa, there you go. There's that silver lining I was talking about. I did 3 wounds. So 5 up. Okay, then 6 up. Okay, so only 1 guy dies. Is there any different in there?
There's a squad leader.
So, because we have to randomize, on a 1, it is the squad leader that is dead. It is not the squad leader. Oh, and how far does that Raider explode? 1 inch, that's not going to hit those guys. How far does the Ravager explode? 5 inches.
Yeah, that'll get that.
It would hit the Venom, so glances on a 6. Nope.
Yeah, you probably would get that too.
Right, so glances on a 6. Nope. Yeah, that's it. So, pinning test on those 10 guys.
They're okay?
Yep, because of that squad leader.
No, they're 8 base.
Oh, they are?
They're elves.
Oh, I thought they were 7. I don't know. I always thought your leadership sucked because you were always, like, failing them all the time.
I'm just absolutely terrible at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I usually get 9s when there aren't squad leaders, or I just have really bad luck.
Alright, so that is the end of that. I think they need to make a morale test.
They're okay.
Okay. They lost only 1 out of 4. They only lost 1, so... Yeah, so they're all good. So that is the end of Necron's turn 2. Did a lot of damage. But, I mean, I'm probably going to take some damage this turn from those webway portals, which I'm now terrified of.
Yes, the webway portals are going to do damage.
Hey, hey, to Necrons they do, kind of. Maybe. I don't know.
No, the webway tries to eat you because you're an invader. The webway portal doesn't do much.
So the portal's the mouth and the webway is the throat. The throat tries to close her. Anyway, just reserve rolls for Dark Eldar turn 2.
Warlord Archon. Not Warlord Archon. Scourges. And Plane.
You do get to reroll that.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Okay, so everything is coming in. Coming on right there. Flying over his buddies. Trying to get some revenge on that Doom Scythe. Alright, first group of guys with blasters is going right there. Just coming out of the webway. Okay, popping up right next to my Doom Scythe right there. So yeah, I totally forgot that those guys have Haywire, so bye Track Stalker. I mean, I have a 6-up cover save, but I don't think it's going to save me against much.
All depends. I have done poorly with Haywire.
Not against me, I don't think. Just watching you move. Where are they going?
I don't know.
You don't know. Oh. Giving those guys some cover there. Or backup, I guess.
There.
Alright, so that is the end of the movement phase. They are circling around me. So what's going to start shooting first?
Dark Lances.
Into the Doom Scythe?
Yep.
I will be jinking.
But the last time you and I played up, you were second.
1 hit. Need a 2 to glance. Strength 8, right? No, you're right. 3. I'm sorry. You need 3 to glance. Okay. Still made me jink. Alright, tossing a Haywire grenade up at the Doom Scythe. Oh no!
That was what I hoped to do to his vehicle.
Just whoosh, karate chop it out of the air. That hits. Uh-oh. Alright, 2 through 5, it's a glance. That's a pin! No! I saved it. Man, that would... you know what, that's payback for not letting my flesh hooks blow up a Ravager once with a Lictor. It's payback. Because it would have been awesome. Alright, this dreadful combat right here, I'm jinking. Okay. So 4 Haywire.
Yep.
4 Haywire blasters hitting on 3s. That's 3. You could kill it on a 2 through 5. It glances. Alright, so that's 2 glances. It doesn't kill it, but I do have a 6-up save because of my Warlord trait. I'm in a ruin. Nope. So I take 2 hull points.
7 parts.
So I'm down to 1 left. So all the blasters into him. Am I covered on the side? Am I obscured at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that? 4 blasters?
And an Archon with a blaster.
Archons can take. Okay, that's cool.
That's
So
the only gun they can take.
boom into there.
So Archon.
Hits. And the rest of the guys all hit. So then you need 4s? Yep. That's 2 pins. I have 2 3-up cover saves. And they're good.
In your rear.
Disintegrator cannon into my rear.
Yep.
So I am not jinking.
Okay.
So need 6s to hit. That's 1. Then you need a 6 to glance. Right, so a bunch of blasters into this. It is going to jink.
Okay. Archon.
Oh, hit with a 6. Rest of the guys, 3 hits. Need 4s. 1 glance. So 4 plus cover. Nope, it takes a hull point. Down to 2. So Dark Lance over there firing into this. Do I want to jink? I'm going to jink just to be safe. That hits. I need a 4 to glance me. And that is a pin. Well, it's a good thing I jinked. 4 up. Nope. Alright, so +2 to the roll. What happens? 3, so that means crew shaken, which I ignore on a 2+, but I'm snap firing anyway. But my quantum shielding is gone, and I'm down to 2 hull points. Alright, disintegrator cannon into the now armor 11 annihilation barge. 1 hit. Need a 6. Nope. So what's that venom doing?
2 dark lances are targeting that.
This? Or this? Okay, that. I'm not going to jinx still.
I got a drum full out like
No blaster from those guys into me. I am not jinking still. I am determined. Okay, gonna run those guys right over there. Fleet!
What happened to it?
1 inch.
So it couldn't even hopscotch. I was just gonna flip it over, and then I'm like, that would be 2
You
inches.
leapfrog?
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so that is the end of the shooting phase. I don't think you have any assaults to declare from what I can see here. So I do have these blue dice next to what jinked. So jinked, Doom Scythe jinked. So you did make me jink, and this is almost dead, and that quantum shielding is gone. So yeah, on to Necron's turn 3. So now you have a Feel No Pain 5+, I do believe. Okay. Do my death marks come in? They do. The death marks are coming on here. They haven't technically deployed yet, have they?
I have no idea how your rule works.
Okay, well, just to be safe, I'm marking your Archon, your Warlords unit. So,
Like, normally I would think, oh, well, they're embarked in the vehicle, so they're now on board. But with yours, they're technically not in the vehicle.
it is true.
Which
They're
is,
still in reserve.
so it's...
For safekeeping, he's the only one I'm going to mark anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he came on there, hopefully going to dogfight this thing. So, things are getting interesting here. Annihilation Barge from there, just move 12 since it's not firing anyway. This guy moved out of cover. Is hopefully going to go smash into that tank. Because Walker's have Hammer of Wrath now, right?
Yeah, also it's not a tank.
It's a vehicle.
Yeah, it's
Vehicular.
not a tank.
This guy moved out of cover there. He moved into that sand over there, which he did not fail his dangerous terrain test. The Night Scythe from there moved over there. Doom Scythe flew off the board. And I think that is about it. Do I want to disembark them? I don't really think I want to disembark them yet. Nah. Alright, oh, come on, it's turn 3. Alright, so on to the shooting phase. He is going to shoot into this raider. Would you like to... Okay, you are jinking. So hitting on a 3. Glancing on a 1. At the pen. Alright, he saves it. This is going to be snap firing into the Scourges. So I've got 4 shots. Already 2 hits. Twin linked. Yeah, that's, my barges have been doing, decently well for me today. And I am wounding on 2s. That is, 9. No AP, so you get your 4 up armor save. But you don't get your Feel No Pain. Okay.
Oh, you can't make armor saves.
So look out, sirs.
No.
No?
They're more important right now.
Oh.
He doesn't open vehicles, they do. You only have vehicles right now. This
Fair
isn't,
enough.
he isn't worth a kill point. It,
Okay. So,
Then you're not gonna have that shield on. It's like, shield on.
what was that for? Oh, he's toughness
toughness
4.
4.
Holy crap, you're right.
also that. He can tank wounds.
Okay.
Awkwardly enough. He has a 6-up armor save and he's tanking wounds, guys.
Yeah, saved 1.
His little shield thing gets covered up anyway.
So he takes a wound.
And one more.
The exception, I think, like,
There you go. He tanked a good bit of wounds there.
Yeah.
And technically, I think you can actually hit the back of that. So does it arc to there? Does not. So then I have a Gauss cannon that will be snap firing. No. So this Night Scythe is going to be firing into the flyer over there. You are jinking? Okay. So hitting on 3s. Oh my god, what the heck? Alright, so that's 1. 2 6s. Alright, so I need 3 to glance you. So that's 2 glances and 4 pins. Does it have night shields?
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 up cover saves. 1 goes through. 1 pin goes through. So what happens with the pin? 3, so it just snap fires next turn. And it's down to 1 hull point. So does it arc to the venom in the back? It does! Takes a D6, strength 5 hits. 6. Glancing on 5s. A glance and 3 pins. So, flip your field.
Made the glance.
So 3 pins, AP nothing, but +1, so it does not explode though. And then does it arc to the first group of guys in the front there? Does not. Does it arc to the other group of guys over there? Does not. Okay, so yeah, does it arc to the raider? Does no pinning test on them?
Which they're fine.
They're good?
And then at the end of the turn, because you dealt stuff, they need to do other things, which the other guys forgot about.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This annihilation barge right here is going to fire into this raider as well, and that is snap fire. You already jinxed, so. Hitting on 6s, twin linked. Nothing. And then the Tesla cannon on the bottom. Nope. Alright, so this moved more than 6 inches, so the Eldritch Lance is going to snap fire at this raider over here. So we need a 6 to hit. That night sight that did not jink is going to fire into that raider. You are jinking? Okay, so hitting on 3s. Just twin linked. Okay. No 6s that time. Glancing on 3s. That is a glance and 2 pins.
I'm just looking at just a pile of tiny little pieces.
There you go. Does it arc to those guys? Does not. Oh, yeah, does it arc to my flyer? Does not. Okay. Always forget about that. His barge is going to fire 2 shots into those guys right there. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on a 2. Nope, nothing. Okay. So into the phase, they morale on them, and they fail. So they go back 3d6 or 2d6?
No, yeah, only 2, because
okay.
Infantry bro.
Only 2d6. Only 2 inches!
He's got 4 stars.
Running away. And then see if those guys over there snap fire.
Some vehicle stuff.
Assault phase. My overlord needs a 9-inch charge. He's going to try and charge into your 3 little dudes there.
Blaster.
Okay. I need 9 inches. Nope, don't make it. This guy is going to charge into your thingamajig there. So you have your 4 blasters. 5 blasters. You're right. You're right.
Because the Archon's still hitting on 6s.
I know. Okay, so 6s? Nothing. Okay. I don't think I need to roll, but he's in there. Alright, so that's all I can do. So on to that combat. Hammer of Wrath at strength 7, so I need a 3 to glance. That's a pin. AP nothing, but what happens? Shaken, so it snap fires next turn, which it already is anyway. And then it has 3 attack base, 4 on the charge, hitting on 3s. And strength 7, glancing on 3s. That's 2 pins. What happens? That's a 6, so it does explode. So 6 guys inside, wounding on 3s. That's only 4. Alright, so 5 up saves. Yep. And then 5 up feel no pain.
It's 4, not 5. 4 5 ups.
4 5 ups.
Yeah.
Okay, so only 1 guy dies. There were 6 guys, so on a 1 it's the Archon that takes a wound, I guess. Okay. Nope, it's not the Archon. So we're gonna re-roll. The Archon is safe, but on a 1 it's the...
Well, there's 6 models. It's still a d6, but it'd be 1.
Do you just want to re-roll it?
That's up to you.
Okay, because there is a regular guy in there, so... Okay, so on a 1 it's the Archon, on a 2 it's the regular guy. I guess?
Fine.
Okay.
3 up.
Okay, so it's a blaster. Alright, so pinning test on them.
Yep.
8, I think they should be. Yeah, see if they snap fire because of such, and they are super good. And that is the end of Necron's turn 3. So yeah, you have no more reserves, so let's just see if they regroup.
They do.
Okay, where are you going? They're moving back. Okay, it's moving over there. I'm assuming going for that, I think that's the 4-point objective over there. Over there in that little corner. Through cover on those guys. 4 inches. And he is flying off the board. So good choice, good choice. Through cover on those guys. 3 inches.
It makes sense to the base. Your pieces that don't fit and they don't make
Put your cover on that unit 1 inch. They can shuffle somewhere.
Otherwise, you suck at casting.
Put the cover on those guys 2 inches. Fleet. If only we could do something about that.
No, I didn't have a obliterator.
Around that guy.
He's totally getting one.
Alright, so that's the end of the movement phase. Everything's moving around a little bit. Speeding up over there. Alright, so what's going to be shooting first? Alright, so 3 haywire blasters into his rear armor, hitting on 6s. Nothing. Blasters from there into that guy.
Yep. Archon.
Hits.
Despite what they say, they do not.
Was there 4 in there? Because I think I killed one, didn't I? Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
rig.
you're right.
Okay, so the Archon's hit. So then 3 of them.
I apologize.
All hit. Okay. And then you need a single 4+, and I'm gone. That's a pin, so I have no save. That is +2, does not explode. But it is wrecked. So blaster from there into my Overlord. I am not jinking.
Okay.
Hits. I'm going to take it on the guy inside. So wounds on a 2. That wounds. He has a 3+ invuln. He's good. 2 Dark Lances into the Bard. Did they move? Nope. Okay. So hitting on 3s. I'm not jinking. 1 hit. I'm going to take it on the guy. Wounds on a 2. Okay. 3+ invuln. And that is a fail. So he is down to 2 wounds. Alright, so blaster into this Annihilation Barge. What?
No, you forgot. The guy's inside here into that.
Okay, I will jink.
Okay.
So that's 5 of them. Archons, and then the rest of the guys. That's 4 hits. Need 4s to glance me. Yeesh. Glance and 2 pins. Right, so 2 pins. No, wait, that was those were all pins because I'm down to armor 11.
You're right.
So another pin. All right, so I do take 1. So what happens to me? +2. Immobilized. So now that blaster from that squad into there misses. So those guys are gonna run 6 inches. Alright, so turbo boosting. There you go. That was not what else is shooting. That Dark Lance into the fly or the Annihilation Barge?
Yeah, I can't turn around far enough to get the barge. So.
Okay, so into the flyer. I will not jink. No. Alright, so that is the end of the shooting phase. This Annihilation Barge did jink, and he's on his final hull point. He's also immobilized and down to armor value 11. Took out the Triarch Stalker, so that'll help him out, because once I get my infantry on the board, he doesn't want them to be twin linked. Other than that, got all the way over there, going for that. Oh yeah, he did take a wound. That is true. So on to Necrons. Turn 4. Let's see what I can do. Alright, so into the movement phase. I was unaware that I could, because I was trying to put my night sights somewhere where I could disembark these guys. He said that they can disembark before it moves, and I guess technically it is a regular transport. So they went ahead and disembarked with my Lord up front with his Gauntlet of Fire, and then it flew off the board. 18 inches, didn't go more than 24. That can't move. Doom Scythe came right back on the board, hopefully gonna, I don't know, do something. This Night Scythe came over here, disembarked its payload right on top of that objective, and then these guys disembarked on top of that objective. And then this guy moved behind the ruin a little bit. And then my Overlord is going to chase that thing over there to that 4-point objective. So I believe that is it. Let's start the shooting phase. This guy is going to fire into that Raider.
Oh, jink.
Okay. Okay, twin linked. Okay. I need 3s to glance you. It's a glance and a pen.
You hitting on 6s?
You know what? Yeah, I didn't roll any 6s. You're right. My bad. So I miss. But then Tesla Cannon on the bottom. Doesn't hit. Okay, so that's that. So he is going to fire into them. Tesla Destructor, hitting on 3s this time. I'll hit. Wounding on 2s. That is 4 wounds. Jesus. 6 up armor save. Alright, so we have 2 feel no pains. What? This is like Daniel's guardsman, like, I have a 5 up invuln and feel no pain, I'm gonna tank all these wounds over and over. Alright, so the Gauss cannon on the bottom, I did move, so it is snap firing. 1 hit, wounds on a 2. That is AP 3. Feel no pain. Ha ha! Overlord is gonna fire into your barge thingy. Would you like to jink?
No.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. Oop. Glancing on 5s. That's a glance. 6 up. No, takes a whole point. Alright, so yeah, this guy is going to target the tail end of that with his point on the death ray. And then it's going to move 3d6 inches. Oh, okay, so 5 inches. Right, so I only was able to get that and then 2 of the other guys in the other unit. Is that actually part of this unit or that unit? So it is this unit that got hit. Okay. So wounding on 2s, you have a at least 6 up cover. Okay, so only one guy makes 6 up cover.
Coming from over there. They're not behind the wall from over there.
Okay. Well, it's only one guy. I only wounded one. So, and then I instantly pinned the raider, so you get your 3+ cover.
That would be a 3.
Okay. So then the Tesla Destructor is going to fire into that big blob as well. So hitting on 3s. Win linked. And then that's a 6. And wounding on 2s. That's a 5 armor save, but it ignores your feel no pain. So 3 guys die. Alright, now does it arc to the raider? Nope, does it arc to the guys in the back there? So my Overlord is going to fire his flamer, and he's able to get 3 guys. And because... My lord. Yeah, whatever. He gets 3 guys, and because that is my marked unit, he wounds them on a 2+. So, wounding on 2. And that's just a standard AP 5, only strength 4. Oh yeah, he has a feel no pain. No, okay, so now he's dead.
Yep, let's do...
Look out, sirs. 4+ invulns from the clone field?
These are cheap Archons.
Oh,
This is
so just
shooty.
feel no pains. Okay, so he's down to 1 wound.
Yep.
So, I got my death marks here that are going to fire, hitting on 3s. So, some misses there. And then because they are my marked target for this game, I wound on a 2+.
I'm sorry, how many?
14. So he's going to look out, sir, all of them.
And then they'll probably end up falling back on the Archon.
Alright, so he takes 2. And the rest of those, 3 at a time, actually, yeah. So, feel no pains? Okay. So, actually, this guy would have gotten a 4 up cover. Well, no, because, yeah, he would have. Would have gotten a 4 up cover. So let's just say that you made all of these, and then just make a... Well, no, because he rolled a 3 anyway. So they just roll a feel no pain for him, because that was a 3. Okay, so now he's dead. So then the rest of those on the Archon.
They do it right.
Okay.
Okay, one guy can see that little unit over there behind the hill, because he's higher, so he's going to shoot over at them. So hitting on a 3. So that is it for my shooting phase. I think I'm all out of shooting. So yeah, leadership on them. They're good. And then... No, I think that's it. So then my Overlord is going to charge into your barge. Alright, so you're going to overwatch a Haywire Grenade.
Or I try to organize it at once.
Hey, I'm going to take that on the guy inside. Wounding on a 6. Okay, nothing. And then charge distance... Yeah, I'm pretty good. Hammer of Wrath, I get a d6, strength 6 hits. That's 2. Glancing on 4s. That's 1 pen. What happens? You snap fire next turn. And I think it's down to 1 hull point left. So I have 4 attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s. And then, that's a pin. That's a pin. That's a glance. Alright, so 2 pins, plus 3 to the roll. It does explode. So 10 guys inside, wounding on 3s. So that is 6. 5 up armor. Wow, there you go. 5 up feeling okay. So only 1 guy dies. Oh yeah, the D10 roll. On a 1, it's the squad leader.
Yep.
Whoop. Okay, not the squad. Yeah, pinning test on them. They're good. Also see if they snap fire during the next turn, and they're good. That's all I can do. So that is the end of Necron turn 4. Killed the Archon and his unit. Wounded the Homunculus 1 more time. Killed a bunch of guys over there. That didn't do anything. Disembarked guys, so I'm sitting on these objectives now, and then my Overlord took out that barge over there. So on to Dark Eldar turn 4. Got their cover on those guys. 6 inches. So I've got 4 inches on the move through cover. Where are they gonna go? Toss up a haywire grenade. And the flyer is coming on right there. Gonna have a dogfight with that Doom Scythe. It's arch nemesis. Right, move through cover on these guys right there. 3 inches. Hey, they like that spot. It's very cozy. Alright, so they're actually gonna do a little conga line thing here. Oh, there it goes right under there. Alright, so that is the end of the movement phase. So what is gonna be shooting first, good sir?
I'm gonna throw a haywire grenade at that.
I'm gonna jink. Well,
Dark Lances.
I'm gonna jink. See if I can dodge out of the way. 2 hits, you need 3s. Okay, so blaster into that annihilation barge right there. Hits, needs a 3. That's a pin. Alright, 4+ cover. Nope, it is dead, but does it explode? No, it does not, so it is just wrecked. So blaster into that, it will... Ooh, yeah, it'll jink just to be safe.
Dark Lances.
Do Dark Lances into the flyer? Okay, well I already jinked, so... Nope. So 3 haywire shots, I will be jinking.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, that's all hits, and now just 2 through 5 is a glance, and a 6 is a pin. That is 2 glances. So I need to save 1 of these or I'm dead. So that is a 4 and a 3, so I'm down to 1 hold point. Boop. So Disintegrator Cannon firing into my death marks. Hitting on 3s.
I'm pretty sure I have to snap fire.
Oh yeah, no, you did jink. Okay, so hitting on 6s. Nothing. So blasters into these guys right there. Archon hits always on a 6. And 2 of the other guys hit. So then wounding on 2s. So that is 2. So this guy outright dies, and then my Lord is next. He is going to look out, sir. Alright, and then so this guy dies. And 1 splinter rifle. So hitting on 3s. 1 hit, poison 4+. That's a wound. I'm going to take it on my Lord who has a 2+ save. And that's saved. So I'm going to run those guys right there. 3 inches. You gonna fleet that?
Yeah.
You gotta get another die. 2 inches. So we get that objective, mysterious, and it is sabotaged. Okay. So that one actually matters because it can hurt you. Alright, so that is the end of your shooting phase. Are you doing any assaults?
Infantry machine.
No? Okay, so 2 out of 10, that's not quite enough, but I do have a res orb, so 2 4+ reanimations. Nope, they're both dead. So I think that's it for everything, so on to turn 5. And I get my Night Scythe to come back on, but where do I want it to go? That is the question. Alright, so got my movement done real quick. This went ahead and moved a full 12 inches over here because it can score objectives. These guys shuffled a little bit towards the edge there. Hopefully gonna try and see and shoot at some of them. These guys moved forward, but they're still holding the objective. Annihilation Barge did a little turn right there to get some cover from those guys. The death marks on my Lord moved up towards those guys. Doom Scythe flew off the board because it jinked, and then this one turned over there, and my other Night Scythe came on over there. Oh, I forgot to move my Overlord. If you please forgive me. He's just gonna move like right up here. And I think that's it for my movement, so on to the shooting. This thing is going to snap fire into the flyer. Would you like to jink?
That's it.
No,
Not gonna jink.
because I need to actually use it, so being dead doesn't really make much
Yeah, being dead kind of prevents you from using it, so.
Yeah, but
Alright, so.
snap firing also prevents me from using it.
Yeah, I guess, kind of. Alright, so snap firing, hitting on 6s. Crap. Twin linked. That's 1, so it's 3. Glancing on 3s. That's a glance and a pin. You do have a 6-up cover save.
Glance. Alright.
Well, you saved the pin, but it does crash and burn. Where does it go? It goes that way and doesn't hit anything. This thing is going to turbo boost a little bit right here to get that objective. So only 5 warriors are within range, and they can only wound the first 2. Well, no, actually, they can wound as far as 1 guy can wound, right? So this guy has a 36-inch weapon, so technically...
Well, no, because you fire the weapons separately, remember? That is
true. That is true. So I'm firing the 5 guys with the rifles first. They can only wound these 2. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on overall toughness 3. Okay,
Well,
so...
majority toughness 3.
Yeah. Wounding on 3s. So only AP 5, that's 4 wounds. That was it. Yep. So 4-up armor.
You didn't watch that video.
So feel no pain.
For the Golden Demon, am I right?
Yeah. 1 more, 4-up armor, and feel no pain. Okay, so 1 does go. Okay, I wanted to double check the range on it. So hitting on a 3. Hits, wounds on a 2. Alright, AP 2, strength 8.
Yep.
6-up involved.
Because Ghost Plate.
Yeah, so 1 more. So 3 guys can see, that's it. So they're gonna fire their Tesla weapons into them. That is a 6. So that is 5. So wounding on 2s. So that is 4 armor saves. And 4 feel no pains. What the heck? Okay, so 1 guy goes down. So flamer from this guy is gonna hit. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so 3 from the closest unit, wounding on 3s. So that is 3. You get your feel no pains. Yeah, it'd be from the death mark, I guess. If it's from the closest model.
Yep.
Is that the champion?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Yeah, look out, Sarah. Wow. Okay, so he's still alive. And then 2 on the unit from behind, wounding on 3s. So that's 2 more feel no pains. Nope. Alright, so now the rest of these going towards the 2 guys right in front of me. So hitting on 3s. So wounding on 4s. I think one of those was in. I'm just gonna take that just to be safe. So that is 7. That 5-up cover. So he's behind razor wire, so it's a 6-up. He's going to ground for a 5-up. So you have a 5+ rerollable save. Holy Moses.
As long as it's not armor saves, I can make them.
Okay.
Still need to make.
Make 2 of these. You only make 1, but. Alright, so this Night Scythe right here is going to be firing into that unit of Camelite Warriors. That is Warriors, right? Okay. So hitting on 3s. Twin linked. Okay. That is 2 6s, so it's an extra 4 hits. And wounding on 2s. Whoa, okay. So that is 4 armor saves, but no feel no pains. So 3 guys go down. The other Night Scythe is going to go now, so hitting on 3s. What the heck? I don't know. Okay. So that's same amount yet again. Wounding on 2s. So that is 5 that time. So 5-up armor. Hey, only 2. And the Overlord is going to shoot his 2 shots from the Gauss cannon, hitting on 3s, and wounding on a 2. So that is an AP 3, but you get your feel no pain. 1 more guy. So that is the end of my shooting phase, and everything appears because of turn 5 is now fearless. So, what are you doing? Yeah, they're fearless now.
I know, I'm waiting.
Alright, so he is going to declare a charge into them.
Humor grenade.
Okay.
Okay, so 6 inches, that's 9 inches. That gets me in there. And that is the only combat that I think I can do, so let's go straight on to that. D6 Hammer of Wraths. It's 4. And wounds on 2s. So that is 5 of your 5-up armor saves, but it is strength 6.
How did you roll?
4.
And you just said 5?
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, wait, you
No, I think I saw the 5s, and I'm like,
Okay.
5. No, that's
like,
not right. No, you're right. It's
you
4.
have Tesla Hammer of Wrath now?
Dude, that'd be awesome. Dude, that should be a thing. No, it really shouldn't. Okay.
Twice the points.
Yeah,
And people would still take it because it'd be dumb.
probably. So 5 ups. That
And
is just enough to kill them all.
still strength 6, right?
Strength 6.
Yep.
Alright, so consolidate 4 inches. So consolidated 4 inches. I actually do not have that objective. So that might matter for something. So let's go on to Dark Eldar turn 5. So they're just going to be shuffling a little bit over there.
Like these guys back here first.
Okay, move through cover. 6 inches. There you go. Alright, those 2 guys right there moving through cover. 6 inches. Gonna be disembarking from that transport. And that's moving away. Or shifting a little bit there. Oh! Jumping up for that objective.
Forward, can I get?
And dangerous terrain. He's good. Alright, so that is the end of the movement phase. So what's gonna die first? My death marks, I'm assuming?
Disintegrate cannon.
Disintegrator cannon. Okay. Hitting on 3s. And a wounding on a 3. Okay. So then the blasters, I'm assuming?
Yep. Archon.
Hits the rest of the guys. Hit. And then wounding on 2s. So that is 3. I think that should just be the 3 death marks are dead. Alright, Scourge is shooting at the barge. I'm gonna jink. I have to. Hits on a 2, 3, or 5. It's a glance. At the glance. So 4 plus cover. He's good. Monculus is gonna run 4 inches. Try to get some of that cover. Alright, who's firing at what?
Those 2 with them?
Alright, what do they have? Just rifles?
Just rifles.
Okay. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, okay. You got the rally.
Okay.
Rally.
And poison 4 plus. That's 3. Trying to think here. I think that death mark should still be.
Those 2. Yeah, at the very least, and then actually it'll be all 3.
Yeah.
before you-
So then just all 3 at the same time. 3 up armor. So 1 guy dies. 1 rifle shot over there into them. Maybe not.
That's right, they died. I was like, someone went to ground, it was them. But they're
Okay.
Which is really good because you have spell like
Hits. Is on a 4. Nothing. Right. So then that big squad back there firing into them as well. Hitting on 3s.
that thing.
Oh yeah. Reroll 1s and shooting.
Should be 5, so
There you go. And poison 4 plus. 1. Alright, so 3 up armor. He's good. And Snapfire and Dark Lances. Nothing. Alright, that is the end of the shooting phase. Let's see, leadership on the death marks. Okay, so they're good. So then 4 of them died. So 4 plus reanimate. Does that have a res orb? Okay. So that's a thing. Archon and those guys are going to charge. I will declare an Overwatch. So D3 Flamer hits. That's 2. Wounds on 3s. That is 2. 5 but feel no pains. So 1 guy. So then rapid fire sniper rifles. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. And wounds on a 4. Nothing. So charge distance, fleets, good God. Yeah, they're in there. Alright, so are you going to choose for the Mind Shackle Scarabs to go off before you issue a challenge?
Yep.
Alright, so then it would just be this 1 guy right there.
Yep.
That makes a leadership test. And he makes it. Okay, so now are you issuing a challenge?
Nope.
I will issue a challenge.
Okay.
Squad leader or the Archon?
Here we go.
Okay, I just swap him out with that guy. Okay, so then I'm pretty sure you get to go first. So what blade does he have? Close combat weapon? Or?
Technically, no.
So what is
He's
he?
pistol whipping you.
Ah, pistol whipping. Alright, so hitting on 3s.
Yep.
And then strength 4 because of Fury's charge, so winning on 5s.
Nothing.
And the rest of them hitting on 3s. What's your weapon skill?
4.
Oh, hitting on 4s.
They're not ink die.
I'm Necrons, so.
You're still weapon skill 4.
Okay, good point. Alright. And wounding on 4s. So that's 2. Alright. And 1 goes down. And then let's do my Overlord first. He has 2 attacks. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of the Gauntlet of Fire. And then wounding on 2s because of Gauntlet of Fire. Or re-rolling because of Gauntlet of Fire. Alright, so that is 2 AP nothing wounds. Okay, 7 death marks, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. So that is 3. 5 up armor, and then 5 up feel no pain. Please fail 1. That is a tied combat, thank God. And then does my one guy get back up on a 4+? He does. At the end of your turn,
No.
you want to do the honors? The game continues on to turn 6. Alright, so into the movement phase, my Doom Scythe came back on. And then this turned around to face that homunculus in there, because I figured why not. These guys, the warriors over here, could actually see this thing, so they scooted up a little bit, but yet I tried to keep them so they have that objective. Then that Knight Scythe turned around and was going to fight, or shoot at those guys over there. And then that's about oh, the Overlord actually has that objective now. So that is the 4-point objective, which is nice. So start of the shooting phase, this is going to put its point right on the edge there. And then it's going to go 3d6 inches. Yet again, 5 inches. Alright, so not quite far enough to reach that, so it's only 1 hit against the Raider, so...
And stealth.
Stealth, 6-up save? Nope. So +3 to this roll, what happens? That doesn't explode. And the guy's disembarked, or are the guys... Okay.
No, they're right there.
Alright, so how far does it explode? 6 inches. So it hits 3 of his guys in this combat with the explosion, so wounding on 3s. There's only 1, but the Archon I think is the closest. So look out, sir.
No.
No? Okay. Feel no pain? Okay. And then 7 of my guys were wounded, or hurt, or hit, or whatever. So wounding on 4s. Ouch, that's 5. That's gonna hurt. Let me do this one at a time because my Lord is in the way. Okay. So that death mark goes down. I'm gonna look out, sir. My Lord. Okay. So these 2 3-up saves. 1 more guy dies.
You said that's a Lord, not an Overlord.
Oh yeah, what did I roll?
They're doing a 3.
Okay, so no, those are all...
One at a time.
Okay, so 2+. Okay. So only 1 death mark. You are right, thank you for catching that. And then hits that 1 guy over there that I was just out of range of. Wounds on a 3. Okay, so that's 1 wound. Oh, okay. So that Annihilation Barge did jink last turn, but is going to fire into that homunculus right there. So hitting on 6s, twin linked. Right, so that is 1, so it's 3 hits. Wounding on a 2. So that's 2.
Yeah, I'll go again.
So 3+ cover. Okay. And then I have that one's the one with the Gauss cannon. So snap firing because it moved. That Night Sight, they're shooting into those 2 dudes right there. So hitting on 3s. Unlinked. Okay. So probably won't kill them. Hitting on 2s. 1. Make your 5 up. So 8 warriors are going to fire into the Scourge that's in that top level right there, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. So that is 3 of your 4-up armor saves, unless you want to go to ground.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, 3 plus cover. Feel no pain. Scourge goes down. So I think that's the end of my shooting phase, because there's not much else I can shoot with. So yeah.
50-50 stand up.
Yep. See if he stands up. Nope, he is actually dead. So then on to the close combat phase. Your Archon needs to make a Mind Shackle Scarab test thingy. I'm assuming that makes it.
Yeah, that's 9 out of 10.
Okay, so then you get to go, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 6s now, right? Okay, that's 1. 2 plus save. He's good. And then he's gonna strike back again. No, you guys get to go first. So, yeah, so hitting on 4s. And wounding on 5s. That's 1. 3 plus armor. Oh, you killed the death mark. Whoop. And then my Overlord is going to go hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of the Gauntlet of Fire. And then wounding on a 2. That is 1 wound. What is his armor save?
5 up.
Okay.
And Cavalier.
And then feel no pain. Alright, so that is a tie combat so far. And then I've got 6 death marks left. So hitting on 4s. So statistical, and then wounding on 3s. So that is 3. Feel no pain. So 2 guys die. Right, so win combat by 2. Oh yeah, you're fearless. Duh. Okay. So let's see if my guy stands back up. He does. So that is the end of Necron's turn 6. Let's see what Steven can do.
Through cover on the back squad.
Move through cover. 3 inches.
Not what I needed.
Oh, are you gonna try and get them into combat too?
Yeah, because it'd be 15 more attacks. Strength 4.
Okay.
Because they have rage now.
Okay. Gonna move up and try and get in that combat. Maybe. So wait, who was that double for? Oh, those 2 guys. They're gonna move up. Yay!
Backwards.
So we just moved over a little bit like that. Not like I'm gonna be able to shoot you again next turn with that thing. So.
Not that.
Alright, so that's it for the movement phase. What it's gonna be shooting at stuff.
I guess he can snap fire. No, he died. Never mind. So nothing.
Okay, so on to the.
And attempt to an assault.
Okay, so -2 to this. Fleet. Should be 8 inches. Yeah, it's gonna get them in there.
Yeah.
All right. So before this, some people have brought up this rule. This is actually how it works. Mind Shackle Scarabs, I have to randomly determine someone in base contact because this guy charged and got into base with the Overlord. I have to randomly decide it. So on a 1, 2, 3, it's the Archon. 4, 5, 6, it's the other guy. So it is the Archon. Okay. All right. Do they have assault grenades? Okay, so then the Archon gets to go first.
With assault grenades are witches, HQs, and scourges.
Ironically. So then Archon gets to go do some damage. Hit me on them 3s. And then wound me on them 6s. Nothing.
So that one guy over there.
That one guy. Nothing. Okay, so then my Overlord against your Archon, hitting on 4s. Re-rolling. And wounding on a 2. That is 1 wound. And 5 up. That's cocked. So he's down another wound. So 4 of my death marks are going to go towards the unit that just charged. So hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. So that is 2. 5 up. Feel no pain. No, so 1 guy does die. And then I've got 3 death marks that are in base with that 1 guy left from that unit, so they're going to go towards that. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. That is 1. 5 up, feel no pain. Okay, he's good. All right, now lay the hurt on me. So this is from the squad that just charged. Hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Okay. And then wounding on 4s because of Furious Charge. So 3. Okay. 3 up save. We're all good. So then I win combat, but you are fearless. So that's the end of that. Would you like to do the honors again, sir? The game goes on to turn 7. Okay, so into the movement phase, the Doom Scythe flew off. Night Scythe flew on to right here, and then that Night Scythe over there flew on over there. Or flew over there. And then these guys did move, but the only thing that moved is the Cryptek, so we can get line of sight to the guy in there. Hopefully to get a lucky shot. So start of the shooting phase, the Cryptek is going to shoot into the homunculus in there. Hits. Wounds on a 2. That is a wound. You gonna go to ground?
Nope.
4+ cover. And no feel, no pain. So he is gone. That Night Scythe is going to be firing into the guys holding that objective right there. So hitting on 3s. Twin links. That is a 6, so that's 5 hits. And wounding on 2s. So that is 4. 5 up armor saves. Just enough for them to perish. Night Scythe is going to fire into that lone dude over there. Twin linked. Alright, wounding on 2s. That's 3. Okay, I think that's it for my shooting phase, so on to that combat right there. On a 1 through a 3, it's the Archon. It is the Archon, so Mind Shackle Scarabs test.
But he's actually...
And he's good yet again, he just does not care. He is determined for Kimura, or for whatever they fight for in combat, I don't know.
Not dying.
Fight for not dying, okay. So the Archon goes first. Hitting on 3s. And hitting on 6s. That's 2. Alright, one at a time. 2+. 2+. Ah! He's down. Which, the big squad? Or the little squad? Oh, it's both. Okay, it didn't matter.
Same initiative, same stats other than one guy's one more attack.
Alright, so hitting on 4s. And wounding on 5s now. That's 2. 3+ armor save. And 1 guy goes down. Alright, and then I have 6 death marks that can attack back. I'm going to have 3 goes towards the 1 guy and the Archon, because there's still 1 unit. Oh. So hitting on 4s. Nothing. So then I have the other 3 going towards the other unit, so hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. 1 wound. Okay, so I lose combat by 2, so leadership 8. And I'm good. So death mark on a 4+.
Or 5+.
No, because the resurrection orb works until he actually. That's why they even say roll for him last.
Yeah. I forgot about him standing back up.
Okay, and then the Lord on a 4+. Come on, get those points worth. No, he's dead. Okay, killed my Lord. So that is the end of my turn. So go on to Dark Eldar turn 5. You want to just go to the combat?
That's all I have.
Okay, so. Yeah, Archon on 3s. And wounding on 5s. Nothing. Then the rest of the guys hitting on 4s. Wow. And wounding on 5s. 1. Alright. Oh, no, okay. Okay, so that is a death mark that dies. And I've got still 6 death marks to strike back. The death marks are persistent. They did this against a Riptide once. They just kept coming back up. So.
Riptide is strike 6 AP 2.
Oh, you know what? I should have.
He's got codex still.
Yeah, one guy has to go towards that unit, so he misses. I'll just do that. So then 2 of them hit against the big unit. 3s. That's 1.
I don't think that the damage is
Feel no pain. Okay, so then tied combat, now he only gets back on a 5+. And that is a 6. Well, So that is the game. Don't really want to add up points. So, yeah, but that is a Necron victory. I didn't grab that hard.
No, it wasn't you. It just twisted and it popped.
Oh, yeah, I felt that. I was just like, but so yeah, it went better than I expected. But I think it was a lot of really good Tesla rolls off the bat.
Drop your checks.
What do you think, good sir?
Your deck's gonna stay there for a turn.
Necrons are really
It'll
strong.
move shit out.
Yes, they are.
And I need a punching one. Not you, them, you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that Lord actually did pretty good. I mean, he was 120 points, but he kept that unit alive for...
And he was toughness 5 with a 2+ armor save, a flamer, and reroll failed to hit and wound, which in this case... Actually, no, fighting most of my things, that's arguably just as good as a War Scythe. Because, yeah, the War Scythe would have ignored his saves, but you also get to reroll failed to hit and wounds.
Well, the War Scythe against that Archon in particular, it would have just... There's no save. It's instant death and everything. So it would have been better in that instance, but yeah, I don't know.
So starting the sun can't give any...
But no, that went better than I originally had expected. I anticipated my butt getting handed to me yet again, but no.
Necrons survived. That's what they do.
That is what they do. Then again, you didn't even attack either of my infantry
I
blobs.
didn't get a chance to,
Oh.
sir. All
I mean,
the Venoms were dead before they could. This was trying to run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't on the board at the beginning, remember?
Yeah.
And I didn't have an opportunity to target that because I think it was out of range and I had other things
Yeah,
coming over here to kill
We
me.
actually rolled for the mysterious objective off camera. It was +1 to cover save, so it would have had a 3+ jink against anything, so...
Yeah, no. The Razor Wing had it survived. I was going to try and kill those things to at least get them off an objective. Which is why I was like, I kind of don't want to jink with it because it's either dead or useless and dead anyways.
Yeah, I suppose.
Never mind.
What?
Okay.
So yeah, good job Necrons, I guess. I think it was because I did a lot of their bases. I did a lot of work on them last night. They were very proud of me, and they wanted to do well for me. But I guess that's how it goes, though. But hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Andrew and Steven with the Adequate Wargamers. We're gonna get Steven to do some more battle reports with the new codex, because he has the new supplement coming out soon that he will be trying, which is terrifying. And then he has some grotesques and things like that to use, which got a lot better, to put it lightly. So we'll see you guys in that next battle report.
First, it's gonna be the
Bye, guys.